1 minute of silence, starting now. So I just finished my 1 minute of silence, and I accidentally pressed it to do it again, so I'm going to stop that. Okay, I wanted to talk about one of the first steps, I think, in a creative journey that often gets either hidden or not spoken about as much, which is the happy place. My own thoughts on it is I never wanted to call it a happy place. I prefer like mind palace or place where I want to go to feel calm or balanced. So not too long ago, I went to my martial arts school where I grew up around the corner from, and it's been quite a while since I've been there, pre-COVID. And I walked in, and in the stairway going up the steps, like as soon as I walked in, I was like, the smell is the same, and it just brought me back to a sense of like so many good memories, home, familial, just it's been a while since I felt that feeling so vividly, and I had it when I walked in. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is every time I try to make a happy place, I go in my head, I'm like, oh, I want trees, and I want water, and I want birds chirping, and these are the things I actually want. But like, I never had the visual power to just like stay in the moment, stay visually there, and transport myself there, and I never really connected to it. When I walked into my martial art place, I was like, this is it. This is my mind palace. I can blindfold walk through the whole place, because I grew up there. It was, for 20 something years. It was the same place, right around the corner from my house. I was there probably sometimes 5-6 times a week, 2 classes a day sometimes. And I know it. I know the place. It's like a home away from home, even though it's only around the block. And I was like, that. I was searching for something that was kind of just always there. And the beauty of that place was, no matter where somebody was in their life, all the people who went there, they always just like came back to it naturally. And it was there whenever. It was just one of those places, very special place for a lot of people, that you can do what you wanted to do. You can go where you needed to go. Your life changed. You moved on. You moved. You did something. But people always came back. And that's the kind of place that is a very strong connecting point to memory, feeling. It's like a root point. It's like an anchor point. And it's 100% that for me. And when I walked in, I was like, this is it. And it's funny that today I wanted to talk about creating like a happy place, and I didn't know where to talk or where to start to talk. And I was like, duh, like that's what it was. That's what it was for me. Um, Part of why I think this isn't so, why I think this is so important for an artist's journey or anybody is it's a place that's within. It stays and goes with you wherever you go. You can have your own art space. You can have your own space, like your like a great spot that you always go to that no one else knows about. I feel like that really gets commercialized in a lot of movies. Like, here's my happy place. I've never showed it to anyone, but I'm going to show it to you, and that means I love you. But I think it's really important to have a place inwardly that you can go, like an anchor point that brings you back to a state of calm, balance, rooted, tranquil, whatever word you'd like to use, that you can transport yourself to whenever you need. And the reason why I think it's better than basically like an external place is because you can be there at the drop of a hat. It's with you wherever you go, and like life, it's open to change and fluidity. Like if you just think about it, and one day you don't want this one thing that was there to be there, you can take it out, and you can put something else there. So I think it's really important to start from a place of inward, where it's an anchor point that you have for whatever you're doing, and stress points in your life, negative points in your life that you can go to feel a sense of peace. And I think once you have that, if you can take peace wherever you go, if you can create it in your head, then your body does this really interesting thing where if it believes it's calm or peaceful, the body reacts to that. And it's the same way I think your body reacts to negativity when you're holding your stress, when crying, you know, maybe your arms are here, your hands are here, your neck's like this. Your body responds to that. It responds with sometimes tension, with body compensation issues over time, like inward shoulder, tight pecs, if you're constantly crunched, a neck that's overstretched. So I think if you start with healing the inside and getting an anchor point that can help your body respond in a positive way and reap the benefits of the positivity, that will translate overall into everything you do, because the negativity translates into everything you do, so why not the positivity, right? And so I would say this is the exercise. Either if you're a visual person and you have no problem imagining something in your head, or if you're a person with a great imagination and you can just create something from blank, like a blank canvas, and put it there, put all the things you want there and make it stick and stay, and it's like it can be a strong, like a super anchor point. Start there. It doesn't matter, and you don't need to be an artist to do this, because it's about mental. It's not about creativity. It's about creating a better you. You can be a creative in just making a better you. You don't have to be a creative in making something for someone else or inventing something in the world. You can create for you, and that to me makes you a creator. Like that's as simple as that. So first, if you have an imagination and you can think of it, please do that. If you're not, you need a little assistance, get a board or a mind map. There's a lot of great resources out there. There's Google Jamboard. There's a creative visualization book that I use. It's fun. It's probably backwards, but it says creative visualization. Use the power of your imagination to create what you want to see in your life. Great title. Very long, concise. So, really fun book, easy book. The other way I actually just thought about, not even 10 seconds before I came on here, was sound. I'm a musician. well, I play music. I don't really like the title, but yes, I play music and I continue to enjoy it, and presently I enjoy it. So sound is very important, and I can link music to my creative space. My creative space is another of the options that I haven't said, which is if there's a memory or a place where you are happy, like one of your happy places, or a place that you go where you can go blindfolded, you can walk through it blindfolded, that you know it so well, that can be part of or your complete mind palace happy place, and it can be in here, and it can transport you wherever you want to go, go with you wherever you're going. So imagination, think it up on the spot. Visualization, draw it out using any of the resources, mind mapping, Google Jamboard, or link it to a very strong place that is calm and positive for you, that is actually in your life. And you can also, because it's going in your head, you can add more to the place if you're feeling it. I think, again, the reason why this is important is because it creates within you a place of positivity, peace, and tranquil. And if you can practice anytime you're feeling a negative feeling, stressed, you need a kind of check out moment or check in with yourself, this is a really great tool for you to have. And if you can use it, it'll show up in everything you do. If you can constantly come back to a place of calm and rootedness and centered, the next thing you do will be from a centered place versus off-centered or stressed. I would recommend the next time you are about to start a new exercise goal, something or other that you might actually attach to, oh man, I want to do this, I haven't done this in a long time, I need to get this done, I need to get there. Go to your new mind palace or happy place, and then make the journey to whatever you're wanting to make or wanting to think about, and see if that makes any difference for you. And then from there, it's, even if it's not for something that's a project, even if it's just to make a better you, that makes you a creative. And if I have more to say on the subject, I'll make another video, but for now, that seems to be where my mind is at. The reason why I want to bring that up is because I think anybody who's working on something is always working on an external thing first, and always trying to do something outwardly. And I think if you're coming from a place of off balance or stress, negativity, maybe it's good to work backwards first and set up a good foundation of knowing that you have a tool that brings you back or to a state of calm and balance before you go into the next thing. We're always rushing to get to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And most of the time we don't get it done, or when we're doing it, we're feeling maybe a lot of energy towards blocking out these kinds of negative thoughts, or like trying to shake it off or trying to work through them. And I just offer the advice of, you don't have to do that, and the permission to give yourself the space where you can create your own space. And if once you can do that, everything else, like a domino, will kind of fall into place, and it'll all flow together. So start with you. If you want to do something out, if you want to create here first before you create here. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to end with a minute of silence, starting in 1, 2, treat. And as always, if you have any exercises you'd like me to try, please send them. If you have any thoughts or would like to join one of these with me and do a creative exercise with me, just send me a message and we'll get it done. Have a good day.